Hola everyone, and thank you for stopping by in my little tube of the interwebs. And I just wanted to actually put one of these out tonight that isn't just the same old saga of what's going on with my dock station. But of course I will keep you up to date on that. But I actually wanted to get something fun out for once to really kind of give you a little bit more of an idea of what the concept of Awesome Deck is really all about. And it's more than just my Steam Deck. It's kind of like this whole idea of like decks are platforms, so we have to be awesome wherever we can stand out, wherever we can stand up, wherever we can kind of make our space. And that's really what I enjoy about the Steam Deck, is it's got a lot of things going on with it that are just I'm barely even scratching the surface, and I've got some really big ideas, and we'll get more into that in just a moment. But I did want to point out that as you notice, tonight I'm actually using my upgraded camera, and I'm actually using the upgraded camera tonight. I realized after posting that video that I had made a slight error in how I'm setting up my cameras inside OBS, but it's the first time I've really done this in quite some time, so bear with me as I kind of get my sea legs back over the next few weeks. But because of that, I wanted to kind of show everybody, with the help of my assistant, what that issue looks like in greater detail. So without further ado, everybody, please welcome Tatercam John. Tatercam John, how you doing? I hope you're all right, because you're me. Anyways, as you can see, we've got the Tatercam, which would be the one that is under the menu screen, and then of course the upgraded cam. But what we see here in this field is what I had yesterday. And so when I click this button, you'll notice that I become a little bit more pixelated on what is supposed to be the higher end camera. And the reason why that is, it should look better now, is because if you see right here, it says cell phone droid cam, and the icon is a window icon. So what that means is, instead of doing a direct feed from my cell phone to the camera to do a raw feed off of that, it has to first render it as a scene for the PC to use, and then it's pulling from the render. And so doing that makes it all splotchy and blocky, and my eyes looked all pixelated last night on that video. So I do apologize for the slight error, but going forward, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to live delete this layer so that you can see what you do with things like that. You want to get rid of them. Let's see. Come here. Can I delete you? It's not going to let me delete it right now. All right. Well, I will delete you after the show, but for the time being, what we can actually do here tonight, though, is go into some things that I wanted to show off. Firstly, I've been working on my first video. I mentioned my Cyber Deck, and that's really a work in progress, but I'm a ginormous fan of Cyberpunk, even before it started to be cool again. But I have been working on, of course, the Awesome Deck is inspired by Cyberpunk, obviously, the color motif and everything, and I kind of wanted to have something to go along with it, and so I have made this right here. Here, I'll play it to both cameras. Look at that. Look at that. And that is a one-off custom. I made this earlier this afternoon to go along with the Cyber Deck keyboard that I have. Here, let's go ahead and go back to my good cam for a moment. So yeah, I've got the Cyber Deck keyboard right here, and as you can see On the back, I have some of my extra decals from when I got my Easy Skins. I got the yellow and the Dusty Rose. Of course, the Dusty Rose is textured, and so that's the reason why this is down here. Is it gives me a little bit of extra grab, so because it's rough, and I've got like a scuba suit neoprene big mouse pad covering the entirety of my desk, and because of that, I can really make sure that my keyboard doesn't slip around, even though it's small and not as big as like a normal size. It's sturdy, and this whole bank here is a strip of battery, so this thing is like good for like 6 months without recharging, and it also works for 3 different Bluetooth devices. So I have it currently set up for the Steam Deck, and then I've got it set up for Windows mode in the Steam Deck when I have that running, and then actually no, right now I've got it for the Steam Deck, I've got it for the laptop, and then I'm also have it sourced to the phone right now, because the phone is being used to shoot this this movie, of course, and due to that, this video rather, I needed to have access to anybody's getting a hold of me or anything like that, so I just have the phone attached to an app on my computer to answer things, emails, and this and that. And so with the Bluetooth, I of course get access to that part. So like that's the idea of Awesome Deck, is it's not just one thing, it's like this whole thing. Like the first shot that you saw of this room, this whole weird computer cancer that is malignantly just pouring out. I don't even know if it's not malignant, it's like benign. It's a benign cancer. It's benign cancer that's kind of like building out of my Steam Deck and my mind, and just kind of fusing together into this thing that I really want to share with anybody, and everybody that is willing to listen. But before you think I'm too much of a crazy person, I'm going to go ahead and want to show you that I actually have the camera set up in such a way, and I'm going to probably do a video here in the next few days about the software that I'm using, because I got a couple different softwares, and one of them was the one that I ended up using and I'm using right now is less than $10. I would definitely highly recommend, if you have a higher end phone, to do that. I got another one for $10, but it's got issues. It's got well, it doesn't have watermarks, it's just it doesn't have a way for you to actually have a clean screen, so you have to go into your own phone screens, and then it's got all that UI stuff there, and there's not much you're going to be able to do with it. So because of that, I just decided that I would see if I could find a better alternative, and thankfully I actually did. So because of that, I am trying to I guess I'm just kind of like going to have to get back to that video in a couple days, because this, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that is really interesting, because now that I've got it in place, I can actually wirelessly move the because the cell phone, I've got it wirelessly hooked up, but I can also set this up for our next shot, basically, hopefully. Alright, because I want to show some stuff off, if I can do this without knocking everything over. Come on, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Alright, well, it doesn't want to do it like that, so I guess we are going to do it like this. There's a reason why I have this extra kickstand. Alright, so I just want you guys to take a quick look-see what we've got here. Alright, as you can see, we've got my Steam Deck in OBS, and through OBS we are actually hooked to my PlayStation. And so I've got an even wider idea that I'm really going to need someone's help with. If anybody knows how to compile Arch Linux applications, I've got a really big idea that I would like to bring to fruition if anybody out there can possibly help me. But I wanted to go ahead and just kind of show you this briefly. Let's see. And this is going to be a little bit of an Easter egg here. I'm also, along with being a big fan of Cyberpunk, I'm a huge fan of Hideo Kojima, especially Death Stranding. But I'm such a big fan that when Death Stranding came out, I rushed all the way into the game, made it very, very far. And I need someone out there, if you can help me by verifying, if you've ever seen the name Neobraska cruising out on the roadways of Death Stranding, that's me. So let's see, let's go ahead and bring that back. There we go. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. And this is why I've actually got this set up like this tonight. And thank you for dealing with the weird kind of cross shot for a second. But tonight, I'm going to take you on a little quick ride, just kind of show you some of the fun stuff that I have had done in Death Stranding that I realized. Alright. There. Alright, so these are the roadways. And as you can see right there, where it says Neobraska, that's me. 1,550,052 people have used this road. And the reason why it's so high is I evidently, and I need other people to verify this because I don't know if this works on nodes or if it works for everybody, but I built half the road in the game, it seems. And I could take you on a long ride, but we'll just do a short kind of ride just so you can kind of see the difference as we go by these mile markers. But if you ever want to find me on PSN or Steam, this is me. I am Neobraska. I also have a YouTube channel under that name that doesn't really have anything on it right now. It's going to get tied in with all this other stuff soon enough. That'll be for games and the like, such as this, under my Neobraska handle. And then, of course, the Awesome Deck channel will be about how to utilize your Steam Decks in awesome and amazing ways. And then John Richards is just who I am. And ultimately, I will find out if it's a good idea for me to have different channels, or if I should just have everything all in one. But initially, I just kind of want to see if I can do a little bit of build-up of course, the first one, and then kind of try to branch out from there. But as you can see, there's another mile mark, another John, and we just keep on going. They are quite numerous. So if anybody out there can tell me if they've seen my tag at those mile markers, because I think that it has to work on nodes. It has to work on nodes. But I definitely was one of the first early people who got this far into the game. There's another node by me. And this was really shocking to me too, because when I got my PS5, I started playing Death Stranding again, and I saw how much of the road that I'd actually evidently built, and I still don't know if I'm correct on any of this. So, like I say, if anybody out there could please, because right here you can see we're at someone else. This person right here. All right. Let's see. Tommy Eukins, I guess. 22,827 people has traveled this section of the road. And that's kind of the way Death Stranding works, is it's a community-based game, but it's also slightly competition in that you can... evidently, when the game first came out, it was about building the highway, and so that was my big goal. And so I did everything I could to build as much of the highway as possible, and it seems as though I was quite successful. What I found out though when I started playing again was there's a mountain pass that I totally didn't even see. So like that section of the road I didn't build. Other people built pretty much all of that, and that's how I kind of figured out this thing, or where my theory came from on how these things might work. So if anybody out there can please verify that for me, I would greatly love to know. Here's another section of the road that was also built by someone else. This one is built by Simon 2001. Let's see, currently at 37,057 likes, and you get a like every time someone uses your section of the road. Let's get back on the road. Try not to run into any BTs while we're out here. That would be unfortunate. I'm just trying to have a nice little leisurely drive. Alright. My nub. I do apologize. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. There we go. But, like I said, it's just a silly little thing that I wanted to share with you guys. A little Easter egg, if you will, of my channel is, I guess, finding out about my gamer tag. If you want to get a hold of me through, like I said, PlayStation or Steam, I used to be on Xbox. I still have a gamer tag there. All of them are Neobraska, Neobraska. The Neo is probably capitalized. But yeah, like I said, just wanted to do a nice little quick, easy, fun video about things, and just kind of show off some of this other stuff that is capable. But yeah, this section of the road right here that I'm traveling is actually made by a good chunk of other people. So I believe when we get past the incinerator, which is where I'll take you, when we get past the incinerator is where it starts being my sections of the road again, and then it's pretty much like a concentric loop. If anybody out there can go and look and verify that for me, though, if there are other people and it is like a node-based thing, that would totally make sense as well. But if it is a thing where the person who got it first is the person who is always seen, then by all means, please let me know. And I hope you appreciate the highway build. And I also do plan on doing Twitch streams for games, specifically Death Stranding and Cyberpunk, amongst a few other things, maybe hodgepodging here and there. But like I said, this is just a quick video, and just kind of give you a better shot of all that info right there. As you can see, Neobraska, I am the highwayman, and this has been a nice little kind of preview of the Awesome Deck and everything that's going to be coming from it eventually. And there we go. There we are. But with that said, I would just again like to thank you all for stopping by with us today. And there we go. There we are. Still learning my controls a little bit, but yes, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate all the views that I've gotten in a little bit of a week's time. I've had over 1,000 visitors to this channel, or 1,000 views rather, maybe not visitors, but 1,000 views, and that's just surprising. And thank you so much. Hopefully this video gives you a better indication of the things to come. I just want to like kind of have a good time, enjoy the evenings with people, kicking back, having fun conversations, talk about pop culture, things like that as well. I think that it'd be really nice to just build a good community of people that are interested in how to use the Steam Deck for all sorts of creative endeavors, whether in the game field or making movies or just a wider degree of things. And as I said earlier, if there's anybody out there who is proficient in Linux, who can compile source code in Arch to make applications. I have a project that I kind of wanted to show tonight, but I am not technically capable enough right now, obviously, to do that. Because if I was, I probably wouldn't even have the issue that I have with the dock, obviously, because I could probably just go into Linux and code it myself. So if anybody out there could help me that knows Linux, you can reach me at neobraska@gmail.com. Just like it is spelt on my gamer tag, or in I'll put that information in the description. But if you want to get a hold of me by any of those channels and you have any information on any of that stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. I have a huge idea that I really want to explore, and unfortunately right now, not being able to load this Linux program into Arch Linux is about the biggest thing that I have standing in the way of it. It doesn't seem like it's too difficult, so I might learn how to do it myself, but if there's anybody out there who could actually just do it and do it well, and then maybe teach me along the way, that would be really awesome. But that's kind of what this channel is going to be too, is I don't necessarily know how to do all this stuff, and it's been 10 years since I was in art school, so you know, I'm not going to say that I haven't been a little bit rusty, but it's been great this first week, just kind of getting back in the saddle again, as the expression goes, and trying to find myself. I used to love doing non-linear editing, and so the idea that you can kind of do real-time editing, you know, in an online broadcast thing, is a new kind of challenge. But I really like the idea of, like, you know, being able to set up actors as in, like, you know, this stuff's going to appear on the screen. I had a better idea on how I was going to play it all out here on this tonight. But as I said, this is just kind of work in progress. I was really excited to kind of get this one out tonight, and show everybody that there is more to this than just me prattling on about, you know, talking to people in customer service and all that kind of stuff. I actually do like to make things. And you know, the CyberDeck itself is actually still in construction to a degree. There's a few things that I'm trying to get to work. Once I get the docking station to work, I should be able to finish up the full plan that I have for the CyberDeck. But please, as I said, questions, comments, concerns, anything, just put it in the chat, put it in an email, get a hold of me however you feel comfortable. And other than that, you all have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you again so much for stopping by, and if you actually are here all the way to the end of this, I hope that I've actually at least entertained you tonight, and we will have many more informative, entertaining, collaborative sessions together again in the future. Thank you for coming to the Awesome Deck. This video, of course, is going to be posted at the Awesome Deck. It will also be at John Richards, and I'm probably even going to put it on Neobraska as well, just so all three of these channels, since they are represented to a degree, can really kind of exist, and maybe, just maybe, I can you know, inspire other people to do even more and take this even further than even my imagination has it at. But I don't want to, you know, continue to ramble. So you all have a wonderful evening, as said, and a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.